Hello again, everyone. We are gaming by Gaslight. I just realized I've probably made a horrible mistake in starting this episode without having acquired any more Healy juices since the last episode. But you know what? What the heck? We'll we will try with what we've got, and maybe we won't completely die. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna do the Avian Temple mission here today because I like this mission. I like Twanak, whatever his name is, our guy. The big guy, the bird man. The pacifist who follows a bloodthirsty religion that is based on, like, self-sacrifice and collective stuff and things and other stuff. Anyway, yeah, basically. He's a cool guy for being part of a religion that has some scary practices. Oh, a visitor! That's not the voice I gave him. Anyway. Welcome to the temple. It's lovely to have you here. And you're here to learn about our wondrous Gluex? I'd be very pleased to show you around. One thing, though, please don't touch anything. You see, we've had problems with theft in the past. I know you'd never dream of taking anything, but not... God, you're so fast. You gotta slow down there, Tonuak. I can't speak what you're saying, and I hate to imagine people who are, like, slower at reading trying to understand what the heck you're going on about. Because I've always, I don't know if this is true or not, but I've always been told that I'm a fast reader, so I don't know, again, I don't really know how accurate that is, but then again, I've never been, like, in a speed reading competition or something, because, you know, that just seems kind of senseless and pointless, and, I mean, why do I care if I'm faster than someone else? Well, apparently, Gaslight, you must care a lot, because you keep talking about how fast a reader you apparently are. Shut up, self. Who may or may not have actually been audible on the microphone. Anyway. Oh, yeah. You just kept giving the tour while I was, like, not here, huh? Alright. Cool. Thanks, Big Bird. You're a good guy. You're a good man. A man-bird. Birdman. Whatever you are. Yes, we will look around. Though, I've got to be honest. Does anyone else, when going through this mission, like, I don't know how emotionally attached anyone gets to Starbound's characters, but does anyone else feel a little bit bad to, like, this, like, trusting bird? Like, we don't even, like, clue him into, like, what we're doing. Like, we don't even say, hey, you know, Tonuak, we're here, we're representatives of the Protectorate, or at least what's left of it. You know, this big, giant, like, omnicidal monster from, like, beyond space and time is, like, showing up here. And it's gonna destroy the entire universe if we don't stop it. And we believe that something that could stop it is here in this very temple. And we were wondering if you, like the Guardian guy who's like trained his entire life and whose entire purpose is dedicated solely to this one task of protecting these treasures, if you might happen to have any clues as to where this object that we seek might be hiding, and if you do, if maybe you'd be interested in helping us out find it. Because they'd be much obliged, very appreciated. Yeah, take that, giant evil fish. There's always a bigger fish, and I am the bigger fish. Just in case we're not... Oh god, don't take the path of water in this playthrough. You know, I can't believe it. This is like the farthest I've ever been in any playthrough where I have not picked up any light. But then again, darkness is kind of like a key thing in like the actual Frackin Universe questy stuff, so I suppose it makes sense. And it also kind of makes us oh god. Makes us pay a little bit more attention to some of the other useful stuff that we... You know what, again, I can ignore these. Because we've read all the story codexes for Starbound many a time in, like, the 2 or 3 previous playthroughs we've done at this point, so I think I can be forgiven from... Oh, god. Masterful work there, Gaslight. I think I can be forgiven for not following it this time. Ow, good job again. Anyway. Here we are. rocking our way through things. Killing the bad guys, beating the boss men, etc., etc. I see you over there. My gun doesn't quite reach. Well, it does now, I guess. Sorry there, crew member whose name I have not yet learned. Oh, no fair. You can, like, shoot me from way off screen. You know what? It's not just... You know what? I was, complaining. Was it just... It was, like, 2 episodes back about how not Frackin Universe. The United Systems mod has, like, enemies whose attacks, like, can hit you from well off screen and how that's total BS. But apparently vanilla creatures can do the same thing, so... Yeah. I calls all of the BS on that one. Anyway, I suppose we could just, you know, man up, if you will. Now, to a certain extent, I'm not overly fond of that particular phrase, but, you know, that's another story. And also possibly gets, like, has nothing to do with what we're doing here, so I won't go into it. Mostly, though, it's just a thing about, like, how... You know what? I thought you said you weren't gonna get into it. Gaslight. You know what? I feel like I'm just not gonna get this at the current speed we're moving at. Oh, sweet merciful Jeebus. Okay, that's actually too much. I can't even... Can't even begin to control what I'm doing here. This is never gonna happen. You know what? Let's just move on. We'll, that's too fast. Okay, don't go for Trial of the Waters. We'll go for Trial of the Fires. Because that sounds much cooler. Good job again, Gaslight. Setting yourself on fire. If only we could stop, drop, and roll. Alas, we cannot. Boingy. And I'm a little too focused on avoiding the danger to listen to what Neuro has to say. Though, rest assured, she has very valuable... is Alpaca Man dead? Did he die? Poor Alpaca Man. Oh yeah, there's a, there's something off to the side here. I am pretty sure. Hmm. You know what? There is something, I feel, that's there that I'm missing, but we'll worry about that another time. Masterful work. Just like we'll worry about all the secrets another time. Right now, let's just avoid on not getting burned. Because not getting burned is generally good life advice. I could have made that. Please tell me you're going to survive to the end. You're not going to survive to the end, are you, though? I mean, you're the one with, like, the super OP kill-majigging. No, what? Screw it. We'll just tank the hits. Like a real hero of legend. You see, that's why this guy's got to survive to the end. How do I open this again? Oh, wait, there's a button-y switch over here. Which opens up this secret door over here, never mind. Which gives us tribal feathers, which we can totally unlock without even going through there. The total ripoff, says I. Total ripoff. The rippiest of the ripoffs. There we go. Any more scary scorpions? Oh, God. Yes, there are. But now they're gone. For now. Hey, Tanuak. You might want to do something about the scorpion infestation you seem to have. Kinda getting me down. Oh, you're not supposed to be here either? You're lost? Well, what brought you down here? Because, I mean, it's not like you necessarily knew that we were down here. Honestly, I think Tanuak's he's just fooling around when he... You know, like, he acts like he's a little slow and, like, naive and stuff, but I think he's, Much like Jar Jar Binks, he's really a secret Sith Lord. And is no doubt plotting a coup against the Senate even as we speak. Search your feelings, you know it to be true. Anyway, aside from that, I don't really feel like doing this this either. There's rewards that we could unlock, but I just feel like kind of just rushing the mission. Wow. All right. Mission accomplished. There's a lot of treasure here. I mean, much like the Vatican, you know, the Church of Cluex has a suspicious amount of money for a religion whose, like, prophet figure, you know, lived among beggars and prostitutes. You know, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Seriously, though. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, God. The lag! The lag is real. Oh, God. Come on. No, Okay, the only way we're gonna get our friend in here is if I, like, get as far over here. Okay, there we go. Now we're just gonna one-shot this thing with superior firepower. Well, unless he burns to death, which is entirely possible. But I'm going to... Ow. I'm going to believe. Or at least I'm going to choose to believe. Oh dear. That we're going to be able to get through this. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, good job, Gaslight. Masterful work. What a rip. I can't even freeze the guy. Oh, sweet. Oh, and we even got the Cluex avatar figurine. I don't think I have the mod that gives all boss drops 100%, but I feel like we've been rather lucky with some of our acquisitions here one way or the other, so that's cool. Maybe one of the mods I have does do that. I don't know. What I do know is that we have succeeded in attaining the artifact. Oh, you do? Oh, yes, of course. Of course we're here to serve Cluex. Why wouldn't we? Artifact for you. You see, to be honest, I think if I were to do, like, going on with my whole, like, Season 2 of Starbound thing, I'd want to do an avian mission. I mean, if we just take at face value that Tonoak is, in fact, just kind of naive about some of, like, the darker aspects, or maybe even willfully blind to some of the darker aspects of avian history and whatnot. I mean, we could also even make a certain assumption that, you know, maybe the Church of Cluex has undergone some reforms. In fact, I'm pretty sure that is sort of a case, and that the Church of Cluex, as of the time of the Starbound story, is mostly, like, less about, like, blood and sacrifice and more about peace and love, but there's, like, an old, ultra-orthodox sect that still does the whole, like, chucking people off of towers thing. I think. At least that's the way I want to interpret it. Like, because otherwise, like, when you think about it, and I guess just getting off here as I click my tongue a little bit, but, when you think about it, I mean, like, when it comes to the Protectorate, and I guess there's a question of, like, how effective were they really? Because, I mean, like, they let the Apex join the Protectorate, and the Apex is ruled by a brutally oppressive and, like, well, a brutally oppressive, authoritarian surveillance police state sort of deal, and they just, like, let them in. I mean, granted, like, the Soviet Union was part of the UN. Modern China, I suppose if you want to get into, like, even more recent and possibly controversial, depending on who you are and where your, like, beliefs are, you know, are part of the UN. And China has a bit of a history with human rights violations, apparently. So, I guess the point I am getting at here is that if you really wanted to, you could probably I mean, the best sci-fi, obviously, the best fiction usually has parallels that tie us into, like, our own times and everything, and our own, like, present history, or at least the present history of when it was written and stuff. But, you know, there's some parallels about, like, the effectiveness of, you know, like, the Protectorate versus the effectiveness of the UN in, like, ensuring universal rights and freedoms of, you know, its individual member, like, states and whatnot. And, like, there's some interesting stories there is what I'm getting at here. And the big thing I guess I'm saying is that while on the surface, the Protectorate is all, you know, nice and sunny and happy and stuff before the rune blew everything up, when you think it... Holy crap. Did she just jump? Or was it you jumping and I just, because I wasn't paying attention, assumed it was Esper? Anyway, the point is that, like, how effective was the Protectorate at its, like, mandate? Because I have to believe that a certain part of its mandate was about ensuring, like, the peaceful, prosperous, and just, you know, pushing freedoms and rights and stuff of its member people. Because obviously humanity is treated as, like, living in some kind of utopian, like, future state thing in Starbound prior to the rune blowing everything up. So, yeah. There's this, basically what I'm saying is, there's story to be, and questions to be probed here. But anyway, let's wrap this quest up. Excellent, another artifact in place. We're getting there steadily, dear. Well done. I'm, like, hardly even trying to do the voices anymore. Feel kind of bad about that, but also my voice is a little strained, so... at the moment. Anyway, I think we should begin our hunt for the Apex artifact. The Apex are generally found on frozen planets around frozen stars, so those are the best places to search for the clues we need. Wrap up warm, dear, and remember, Apex society is in upheaval at the moment, so be on your guard. Yes, lots of upheaval. I mean, I suppose, maybe, to a certain extent of fairness, I have to assume when the Apex joined the Protectorate, that humanity may have partially turned a bit of a blind eye. You know, let's do some combat while we're discussing these things. No, come back. No, come back. Hey, get back here. I'm gonna need your help for this fight. Anyway, yeah. Like, the mini-Nog was probably more stable and the rebellion wasn't quite as big and organized, and maybe even the Protectorate helped the Apex rebellion start, for all we know. Again, the point is, there's stories to be explored here. Let's see. Pets draw strength from fire, keep them away from traps. Interesting. You know what? I actually like the idea of shooting stuff. Hey, where's my friendo here? Hey there, friendo. Oh, dear. You know what? I'll just sit here in the corner and... Also, did he kill his own pets? Is that a thing that, like, possibly happened? Templar Inferno? Oh, Mr. Templar. Okay, Mr. Templar, his pets went rabid on him. I don't know what... Oh, and now we're locked in. Presumably until we kill these things. Okay. I don't know what mods or combination of mods is screwing that particular mission up, but that was lucky. Anyway, yeah, lots of stories to be potentially told within the Starbound universe. And perhaps the point I am trying to drive home at in a, like, very poor and roundabout way is that the best fiction, the best stories by the best storytellers are not afraid to shy away from the issues of, you know, their times. Usually, you know, maybe wrapped up in a little bit of, you know, simplifying things, having a little bit of fun, not necessarily being, like, hard, you know, in moralizing and messengerizing and sermonizing, or whatever words you want to use to describe getting a particular viewpoint across. Excellent. Excellent. Excellent indeed. Anyway, so yeah, that's, I guess, where I'm going with that. Or something. Anyway. Yeah, also, you know what? While we're here. I like that. Could afford it. I mean, we can afford... Actually, we don't have nearly as many pixels as I thought. So, we're gonna have to do something about that. Swimming. Let's see. Boost your mobility when swimming. That sounds good. Health augments, healing augments, light augments. Basically, there's a lot of pretty good augments here. Damage augments. Honestly, eventually, once we have the money, I'm just going to buy all of these and then, like, merge them into one super augment. Because these are all vanilla augments, so we should be okay. Should be. Probably. If we use all of them at once, or at least, like, all the level free ones. Because I'm pretty sure, like, the level 1 and free stuff don't stack when you merge them together. Anyway, I think we'll wrap things up here. So until the next time, as always, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button, or maybe leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking. And I will see all you in the next video.